Hey, what's up? This is your boy ITYC here for another episode at Live from the Merch Shop. And today I have with me the beautiful Miss Chev Rich. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good, and how are you?
Wonderful. Nice to have you in the building again, in front
I
of the
love, I love the merchandise. Those shades over there, sick, especially the cat eyes.
Mr. Boyfriend. You taking notes?
Now I'll buy them myself.
Okay. Okay. So where in St. Kitts are you from?
I'm from Sandy Point.
Hub City?
I don't like the hub, I'll be honest. I used to like the SP with the best be. I'm kind of old school.
SP the best way.
Yeah, still.
Big up. Say it like you mean it.
Maybe me a minute. It would like stone me out to Sandy Point if I come and I say like, oh my god, I mean it. Yeah, right. I think that we kind of lost the reason why we're proud. To be honest, like everybody, like we just proud. We just proud to be proud. But what are we proud for? Like what have we done? You know. So I'm not bashing Sandy Pointers, but I wish that we would have a little bit more unity and that we would really try to develop the community and then boast, not just boast for boasting's sake. So
I feel you on that.
instead.
Strong point.
I remember that from school. Like, yeah.
Strong point. So how did you came up with the name Chev Rich?
Siobhan Richards. Siobhan is a very long name, and most people have a problem saying it. And the Rich, of course, Richards. So it was easier to say Chev Rich, and it's shorter. And I like the rich part, you know. Yeah, they say speak it, so
Speak it into existence.
exactly. So let the rich, sound off there. So
I feel you. So you pursue music.
yes, one of my pursuits actually, like one of my main loves. My other love is painting, art. But music is like my baby. I love it. You can become a different person with every song. Like I like to tell people, each song has a personality. So then I kind of temperamental. Like I'll go into the booth and I'll record like maybe a verse or the whole song. You could ask DC, and I'll come out and I'll like, man, like it, like. And they're like, yeah, right. But then in my mind, I'm like, this ain't the attitude. This ain't what the song's saying. This ain't the personality of the song, you know. So music is where I could really go wild and do what I want. Yeah. Well, art too, but music is quicker. Like sometimes you're painting, and what you have in your head, like it's not coming, so it takes longer. And especially if you do oils like me, and oil painting can take months, especially to dry. So music kind of come and it let me kind of get instant gratification sometimes. So both of them, but the music is my baby.
I feel you. I've heard you on a few tracks. But from listening to this mixtape, I heard you on a track there. He actually said it's your track. And I said,
Morning love, yeah.
what inspired that one?
Morning love. Every adult should know morning love. Every man should understand morning love, right? But sometimes I find that there are not a lot of women doing music right now, and then the men come and the men can sing whatever they want. And I'm not a very rough type ladies are type person, but like for women, like they have it like you can't be sexual, like you can't sing about what you want to sing about. I'm a grown woman. I like morning love, so it's a song about it, and I think it's a song that again all adults hopefully can relate to.
Well, I like it.
Thank you.
I like the song. And I like what you mean.
And that beat, when I got that beat, it was like that it started with a simple, and the name of the beat is Why You Not Smoke Weed. And I mean, I did love the beat just from the name of the beat. And then when you hear it now, you go like, wow, that beat kind of just cool. And, like you wake up and it's slowly coming into your, I like it.
I feel you. So, what are some of the other singles you have put in out?
Well, one of the first ones well, it wasn't really the first, but the first since decided to take music like seriously as a career was Edge of the World. And Edge of the World is sort of it kind of in the realm with like Imagine Dragons type of stuff. It's, of course, I do pop music. I like to think of pop music as popular music, and I like the freedom because you can sing any, you can mix up the genres. But Edge of the World, it got kind of sci-fi feel to it, and I really love sci-fi. Like I'm a sci-fi real, like a junkie for sci-fi shit. Cause like, well, not even the channel, like books and the movies and everything. And so Edge of the World kind of allowed me to think interplanetary and to think outside of the Earth, because when you look at the universe, right, and you realize how vast it is and all these stars and planets and the possibility that there is life all over, and it's so endless. Like we are just little tiny dots, you know. And when you look at the grand scale of things out there, kind of make the little stress on earth and the little bullshit that you go through, make them not so harsh, not so important. So I think that's one of the reasons why I really love that song. And people connect to the lyrics sometimes. Like you have a part in it that goes, if I gave you my body, would you fill it up? And people automatically think that it's a sexual song, but it has a lot to do again with that extraterrestrial, with that spirituality, with God or source, whatever you call him. And it's about, you know, your body being your temple, us being immortal beings and living in this body, you know. So it's a lot deeper for me. But most people see it as a love song. I'll walk to the edge of the earth for you. But I really love that song. So that was the first. I have a extremely pop song called Working So Hard. Yeah, and it's very pop, like bubblegum type pop. And I really enjoyed that one. We went into the studio, we had some vodka, right? We had some vodka, and you hear me laughing to the beginning of the track, and I really like that one too. Then you have Love Me. Love Me is the stalker's anthem. That's what I like to say. It's about finding a guy, you know, seeing a guy that you like. And a lot of women could relate to this, just that they don't take it that far. But you know, we have more women than men, and then who ain't going to jail? The gay, are they taken? So it's like I have friends now who like, oh my god, I can't find a man, you know. And I'm like, well, what if you find a man that you like, but he taken? What you gonna do? Like, you could flip and go stalk up for your name, or you could sit down and pray. That's up. But that's where that song came from. But I have a lot. I have a trap song that much people don't know about called Twisted. Um, I have dancehall. I have a song called Nasty. You could guess what that's about. Yeah.
Please don't judge the lady by what she's saying, okay?
Well, they can judge me. I mean, I don't know. It's Insane Kids is interesting because like I was coming up and I was listening to, I don't even know which band it was, and they were singing John Legend and Small Axe. They were singing John Legend's song. They were singing that song with Pharrell and Tia, Blurred Lines, and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, so when we as Kitishans sing this type of music, they go like, oh, why are you doing that? But then they prefer for a band to come and sing it in their own way. When you go out to vibes or you see them in their cars, they're listening all this type of stuff. But then you as a Kitishan, you must not sing this. So it's ridiculous to me. Judge if you want, we all do. So
When will the fans begin a Chev mixtape or album?
soon, I realize I have a lot of songs now. I never thought about doing an album. Like when I started doing music, it was difficult for me at first. Like even going to studios and stuff, some of them would refuse to record what I wanted because again, I like pop, and so I kind of dealt with it before I met this year. So I dealt with it track by track. So I never tried to think as far as an album because I'm one of those persons like I think really far and I dream really big, but I get angry too and I get frustrated. So sometimes I will just not really reach that far. So I was just concentrating on getting the tracks done, track by track. You know, I hear beat and I like it, and I would think about that, think about the moment, and not really think about putting an album together. And even before that, like right now, I'm concentrating on doing live shows. So if anybody out there on Chev. I'm open to bookings, but I want to do more live shows. I want to build a loyal fan base. I want people that when I do put an album out, there is a reason to buy it, you know? Not like go and say, well, here's my album here and you don't know me. I like that you've seen me, you've heard some of my stuff, and you have a reason to buy it. A lot.
Don't mind that. You performed on the floor, launch show, right? How was that experience?
It was good. I was the only female. I was like, wow, all balls around me by one vagina, but you know, sausage fest. But I mean, and you know, they put me first. They're like, oh, just she up front, you know. Then she opened it, but I think I did well, and it was nerve wracking for me because I had a really bad cold, and I have like sinus and allergy issues. So when I catch a cold, it's not like regular people. Like I had nosebleeds and stuff for days up to it, and then I was so concerned because I couldn't sing as well as I would have liked to. But then it was a good experience for me because if you're going to be doing music, that's something you're gonna come across. If you're touring, if you're doing this on a regular basis, you're bound to get sick. So I really would have preferred to learn this lesson a little further though when I had more experience. But everybody said well, and at the end of the day, I feel good that I was able to still overcome being sick and perform.
I feel you. Well, I did not see. I heard you. And you came across very well. You made mention that you do paintings. You want to tell us a bit about the type of paintings you do and where can folks find it?
Judge me again. I do mostly nudes. Had a point when I did a lot of silhouettes, a lot of nude silhouettes. Um, I did some kind of Rasta inspired stuff, and then I had a point where I was doing a lot of animals. Like I did a big frog because I was afraid of frogs, and I thought if I paint a frog, because it was an oil painting, and I was working on it for a couple of months. I said, okay, by the time I'm done with this, I ain't afraid no frog. It didn't work. Yes, when I see them, I still run and scream, but I really love that frog, but it sold. We had an art auction in it was December gone or November. November, I think it was. Yeah, it was November 2014, and you know we do art in school, and when we started doing art, it wasn't a subject. We were like in the A1 stream, and they were like, "Oh, A1 shouldn't do art. That's remedial," which is pure bullshit. But you know, Mr. Hodge at the time was the principal. He really fought, and we had the first art, like dedicated art classroom. So we wrote it and stuff. Well, you can't say write art. You draw. Anyway, we took the exams, and we came out with art, and we were one of the first sets to come out with the academic side and what they call what people thought was remedial, which was the arts. And it just started growing for us, like the love for it. But then as we got older, seeing it's not really having an art scene, we kind of fell off a bit, and you get kind of disappointed. You can't find supplies. So when we did this art auction thing, we really didn't know what to expect. But we did a whole bunch of paintings, and we were able to raise over $30,000 from selling our art and give it out to people in Sandy Point in community. And that really showed me like, wow, this art really ain't dead after all. Like, wow, $30,000 just for a few artists, and each of us only had at most 5 paintings on sale, and it was just a few of us. So it was it was encouraging. So I started even painting more, and since then I've been getting a lot of attention art wise. I've been selling, which is fantastic. Hopefully my stuff goes out in the outer world. Even more so than making money at this moment, if your stuff go out and it's sold, and then you start building your portfolio, that when people all over start knowing you as an artist, then your stuff become even more valuable, and it's nice. It was hard for me to give up my paintings at first, especially like the frog, but Brandon, who is also another painter, he sit me down and he gave me a very long lecture, and he was like, this is how you're gonna go, this is how you're gonna get better. Besides, unless you're gonna live in a mansion, you can't, because I do big paintings too, right? Some of the paintings are almost as tall as I am and like twice as wide as I am. So like where you gonna put all those paintings? So I gave it up, gave up quite a few of them, and I'm learning how to part with them.
So, would you be having the next action? Oh,
Yes, I'm actually a part of Sparta, which is the Sandy Point Art Association, along with Mr. Pierre Liebert from the youth department. And just last night, he was reminding us that we need to buckle down and organize our other charity event, our other thing. So I'll have to be balancing music and painting because I hardly have paintings left, which is good. You know,
so
I'm doing okay. I'm not rich, but I'm doing okay. Oh my God, I'm rich. Just I just don't have the money yet. Yeah, but you know what I mean.
so uh, how long would you say it will take you to do to finish an average painting altogether? Like an average time period?
It depends. It depends on the pressure I have. Like I'm one of those people. If I have a lot of pressure on me, I'll go and I'll spit it out. And then if I have a lot of time, I can drag my foot. But oil paintings, you kind of limited. They take very long to dry. So to finish it, it's like when you reach certain stages to get your colors to blend and stuff, you have to wait until this coat cures a bit, or is everything will kind of blend into each other. With acrylic now, and I just recently started the acrylic. Acrylic is more instant, like it dries really fast. It gives you sort of like the feel of oil, but then it's like very fast drying. So with acrylic, I could probably, depending on the size, maybe do it in a week to feel comfortable because we had to do some of them in, I had to do like 5 paintings in a week. I didn't think I could do it, but I did it with acrylic. But it depends. It depends on the pressure, like the deadline that I have to fulfill, and it depends on what I'm painting as well.
Okay, where can folks find your paintings?
Well, you can find pictures of the paintings I did have on my Instagram, which is Rich Chev. It's backwards. On my Facebook, which is Chev Rich. I'm gonna have prints though, like all those that would have been sold. I'm gonna have prints of them soon, so I'll have those soon. I'm working on art gallery of sorts. We're working on that for Sandy Point, so you'll be able to see some of these prints, and then whatever I do in the future will be there as well.
I feel it's great to see that you're stepping up in the and bringing the arts game alive because at one point I was judging an arts competition by the Ministry of Youth, and Mr. Dennis, he was there and he's saying art is dying in the schools. Do you feel the same?
Well, art in general, I feel like in sync it sometimes it feels like it's dying. I wouldn't say, I can't confirm and say it is dying, but sometimes it feels that way to us artists. For instance, with music, I don't think they have many music programs in school anymore. Like I wish I could have learned even to play something, even a ukulele, even a flute in school, but there was nothing. With art, a lot of persons, you would think that at like in 2015 academicians would recognize that the arts are actually very lucrative, but I guess we're kind of backward in that way. So people are still rushing down to be a lawyer and a doctor. I have like 20,000 doctors and lawyers, and I wouldn't bother talk about accountants. This trailer load of accountants trying to count people money, and nobody really opening businesses. So who money you count? Really, you know? Like who money you counting? So it feels that way a lot of the times. It feels as if people don't appreciate it. Like I have a friend and he just said Kitchens don't appreciate art or music. Music is is an accessory. Like I go out to Lime and show off my clothes and it just happened to have music there, you know, and we don't really go deep. But I think sometimes too when you look at us as Afro Caribbean people, we have so much culture in us that things seem too easy. Like you could almost pick out five people who could draw Dragon Ball Z in their sleep, who could sketch this, or who could knock a rhythm or walk up or do something that the rest of the world call art, right? But to us, it's like, oh, I could do that there. That is nothing big. So much of us could do it, so we don't put value on it. But unbeknownst to us, in the outside world, that's value, that's money. But it seems so easy to us that we just like, oh, please, don't study that. Go do the book work because it look harder, you know? So that's, I guess, what you feel like art doing.
Okay. Let's back up a bit on the music side, right? What's your thought on the music industry here in St. Kitts? And how do you feel it can improve? Do you see it dying?
Well, I don't think it will ever die. Like music is something that, again, as majority Afro people, it's just so natural to us that we do it without even thinking, you know. I really wish that the quality would come up. For instance, you have DC, and DC is an artist. He's a singer songwriter, but out of necessity, he's now an engineer and he records music and he builds beats. um, because to find enough people with as open a mind as you need to be creative in your art form, it's difficult. So then you kind of start doing everything yourself. So I wish that petitions would be more experimental, first of all. Maybe less hypocritical, I don't know. Because when they hear an experimental song from overseas, they're like, that bad band, like Chandelier by Sia. Every day in my area, somebody killing it. Everywhere I turn on, somebody singing it. I sure Small Axe gonna cover it soon, right? But then if you had to come as a kitchen and, hit those notes and go, I'm gonna swing from a chandelier, they watch and go like, what do you think you be? You crazy now? But yet they allow for foreigners to be experimental. So that's my number one pet peeve. Be a little bit more experimental with the music. It is art. Money, let us say money make the mayor go. Money is the main issue that we have. Main issue. Uh, Even when the world was going through a recession, the entertainment industry, it never suffered on that level. And yet, Kititians still have not caught on. When you look at countries like Barbados and Trinidad, who have really, Jamaica, who really making money, and not just making money, but putting the island on the map and really bringing attention to them through music. It's amazing to me that Saint Kitts still seems to not get it, you know. Some money, if you could have, I mean, we say this all the time, if the banks would lend us money, if we could get more sponsors. But I start to feel like the best thing we could possibly do is try to get off the rock. That's why they say, I mean, it might sound bad, but the population, the attitude, you need live shows, like selling music, even if you do downloads and stuff. It's not as lucrative as it was back then. So performances, that's where you can make bulk of your money. But in St. Kitts, by the time you try dance this week, next week, the people ain't got no money. They ain't coming out. They're like, but I don't went out last week. I still mash up. So population is a problem to be in a very small place. But the OECS islands opened up. Like now I'm learning that you don't even need a passport. You could just like your social security card or your driver's license, and you just island hop, and they don't ask you a thing now. You just go and you work. You don't even have to like hurt your head like that. So I'm thinking, and I really had to realize by saying it's in my limit, like you have the whole world, especially you have these other neighboring islands. So I think if we try to move out into these islands a bit more, it's difficult as well, but I think that that would help us make more money, because just to go and to tell Lyme and Hosford and TDC and all these places, and it's a very small list of places, everybody tackling the same people for money, eh? It's difficult. So I think we as artists gonna have to look to doing stuff on the outside and bringing in money. Money is the major issue. Right, Daga? money.
I feel you. I have to agree with those points. I have to agree with those points. So, in your view, right, what you think the government can do in that case?
Change. He like those a change. Oh please. Ah, somebody once said to me that, well, previously, that the previous government was the biggest promoter in the island and that it was sad. But again, population. Uh, because the average person just didn't have access to that large pool of money for you to throw off a big concert. It was just not something that you were able to do. So I think the government ended up and still is doing a lot of the promotion, a lot of the events in St. Kitts. So I can't really, I still have to wait and see what this one is gonna do. But previously, like I noticed, they start having a lot more shows. Even in Calypso, like it used to just be the Kaiso, and then they added the soca monarch, the groovy, the power, all that kind of stuff that younger people could really, the tents and stuff. So I think that, you have persons in youth, you have culture, and they have been trying. I think in St. Kitts because we don't have any examples to follow. Sometimes we're not really sure what to do and things get muddled a bit. But I can say that government throws a lot of events, and most of the time that's when you get a chance to perform. Music fest is a government thing. Um, so carnival, these are the times when you really get to perform. So with government, the only thing though with government I would say is customs, the beast. You want order a little piece of equipment, you pay for it twice. It's ridiculous. Like again, it come back to the attitude that people don't see that music can create jobs. They don't see that, for instance, if Dagger was as like a Jay-Z or something, Dagger ain't just himself. Dagger is a brand. Dagger has right down to truck drivers, right down to cleaners, right down to hairstylists. I mean, everybody, makeup artists. You look around, a lot of people benefit from Dagger being successful, but I don't think that we see it that way. We just laugh. We don't understand how the industry works and how a lot of people can benefit. So I think if they would adjust some of those customs charges and them taxes and stuff on us, that would help a lot. That would really help. As far as telling them to put money in us, like personally, I would like money. I refuse it, but I ain't necessarily trying to get any and anybody to sponsor me. Like I'm an adult and I find kitchens like you to sing like children stuff. And imagine government sponsor you $20,000, then be like, no, 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 you can't sing nasty girl. Wrong. You can't represent the government like sing Christian Council calling. How she could got the culture banner up and she's singing I get nasty. Like they ain't gonna want that. So sometimes it's a good and a bad thing. You have to be careful where you get your money from and understand what the people who sponsoring you expect. And as an artist and being temperamental, I really don't like to be caged in. So sometimes asking government to sponsor you and then you're doing all these school tours. Nothing wrong with the school tours, but again, as an artist, it should be on your terms and you should be comfortable. So I went all about the place just now.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Yeah. Hope somebody out there from government is listening.
And how at this boat they end the registration for So Coming Out this early? Really? Really? Okay. Just saying.
And I guess you can tackle Mr. Mills on that one. Uh, whoever is in charge.
I don't know. I find it's. I mean, I understand they want to do carnival. They want to launch earlier this year, but I don't know. Like I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see because it's November and they're saying they're launching it from this month, and that means it goes down to early January. I'm wondering what events, like how you gonna keep me busy from November to January. So I'm waiting because I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm a hater.
So, what are you planning to participate in Sugar Man Swat for?
Well, I see a costume there, right? Normally I don't, but I see a costume there. and that costume looks so good, right? It's tempting me. It's tempting.
Which camp? Which camp?
Fun vibes, fun vibes. It has feathers and sparkles and
Which color?
pink, pink. It tempting me for real. Like I don't normally be interested in doing the troop thing, but it's so pretty. Like it really tempting me. Oh, so yeah. But
Hit up Ashley.
yeah, actually, like that pink costume is the bomb. I love it. I love it. Yeah, yeah.
So you're basically thinking about playing mass this year.
I'm thinking about it. Like why not?
Makes sense.
If it's good, if the season is lively and if it seems like it's good, cause sometimes some year you have like a nice vibe and an energy and people liming, and then some year you're like this a Christmas buy, Christmas this today was last lap really many you feel like Christmas bug. So it depends on the vibe, yeah. But a costume looks sweet though.
I feel you. I feel you. Um, Let me go back in time. You started out as a model, for those who don't know, and you was on the Saints Visitors channel. Would we be seeing you back on that channel again?
No, most likely not. I can't see why. No.
Okay. We were just curious. We were just curious. But he was a great host.
It was a good experience at the time, and like they said, there's a season for everything. At the time, it came when it was supposed to, and I had a really good time. I met some cool people, and I'm interested in hosting and TV as well. So it was good. It was really good at the time. But then sometimes you have to, you things just change, yeah, and you move on.
Yeah, I agree on that. I agree. Everything has its time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your take on the merch shop?
I love it. I mean, these t-shirts, I love these t-shirts. They're cute. I like this one. I like this purple and pink one again here. And as I said, the shades are sick. But I like the idea of it. Like they were explaining to me that it's a place where locals can come and bring their merchandise to be sold. Like, cause a lot of times you go as a local, cause I do a lot of products, and they give you like they put you in the local part of the store. Like they jam you in a little corner, or they put everybody thing on a little shelf. Like like when you go to the Duns corner in school, that's where they treat the local products. Like let's put it over there, so on the little corner there. And sometimes you're going right and people looking for your products and they're like, it wasn't in there, you like it in there, and you have to go shut them, you have to like move 100 things and see out of here. So I like that you have a store where people can come and it's dedicated to local stuff. So pops on that one there.
Yeah, big up the management. I won't take credit. Before we leave, any last words you want to share with the folks?
I think I said so much.
That is why we have live from the merch shop, so we can speak what's on our mind.
Music wise, the support. Uh Sometimes as an artist you feel real tough because the people who are supposed to be your friends, the people who are supposed to be your support system, they f you over a lot. And when I said Facebook and you could put up some like today I been over and my pants split and you have 1,000 comments and it share 50,000 times and everybody could tell you how much time their pants split, right? But then when it come down to things that actually matter, I find that they drop the ball a lot, and I'm gonna say it. You have the Jay-Z's, you have the Beyoncé's, you have all these people, and what they all had was some sort of support system. And I find that we fight on one another too much, and sometimes people think because I didn't say anything bad I didn't fight them down. But when you see this person and they're supposed to be your friend and in front of their face you're telling them I support you, man, and then you see that stuff come on Facebook and you scroll down fast, you don't even have the manners or the decency to click like, not even to pretend. I find that speaks a lot. You have a live show and they don't even show up and they come and they say I support you, I support you. Well, actions speak louder than words, eh? And it's very hard. It's an emotional journey for a lot of artists. It's not easy. A lot of people feel that you're lazy, like, oh, you just because you enjoy it and you do it as you're living, they feel as if you're just being lazy and you're trying to escape the real world. But they don't understand again how lucrative it can be, how much money you can make. So it's the attitude towards how we treat our local music. And on the flip side now, you have those who put out stuff that are substandard. And when I say substandard, I'm not saying that you can't put out a song saying la 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 la, cause that's art. But then at the same time, is that your best? And I find that we accept mediocre stuff a lot. We don't really push people to produce the best and to really challenge themselves. So on one end, you have people who just ignore us, and then you have those now who like, yeah, me boy, you could put out a song where you're coughing, and like, yeah, me boy, and it don't help either. We don't want you to just baby us, because even doing that sometimes they're like, yeah, me boy is good. Let me just give him a compliment there quick, so I could ignore him. And it's not about that. It's about the fact that these are people who you say you care about. These are people that you should support. And I just find it to be messed up.
I
So
feel you.
we support, but we're willing to support everybody else. So we hear new Jamaican artist boss, we like, bye, this dude, you ain't even know him, right? And these other islands, I mean, not knocking anybody, but you have persons here aspiring to go Jamaica, like their big dream is to go Jamaica, but they don't understand Jamaicans trying to get their stuff out. But then in a way, you can't blame them because they don't have the support here. So they're seeing it, okay, well, in Jamaica, this is where it come from. But I find that even in doing stuff around and stuff, these other islands, they don't have time for you. Like, you pushing Jamaicans, you pushing Bajans, you pushing Trinidadians, Trinidadians pushing Trinidadians, Jamaicans pushing Jamaicans, Bajans pushing Bajans, because we are all small islands and you need that support. They're not going to dilute their support pool for us as Kititians, but yet we diluting ours and we just giving it away all over the place, and yet we won't support our own. So that's just how I feel.
Great points. Great points. Before we depart, would you care to give the fans a cappella or something?
Oh, I have
Anything. It must belong.
thinking that I have and your soca thing there soon sell like top about taking people man, but I have one man, by the way.
You want to hold the mic?
But it's just fun. This track has been sitting, and I've been encouraged to put it out for the soca, because I don't really do soca. And if you hear it, it's sort of like a pop soca type song. But it's called Trouble. Oh, you put me on the spot. Let me see. I come fi cause some trouble. I come fi wine and bubble. I come fi give you trouble. I come fi wine up on your man. Girl, understand? Pan your man. Hey, I'm a man eater. Yes, I'm a man stealer. I'm a man eater. I steal your man. So easy, gal, easy, gal.
Yo, talk the things them as they just say. A big tune. I like the energy. I like. So when this sound, when that singer go jump, when they go jump, when they go jump.
About a week, right? Busy about a week, yeah. And it's again, it kind of poppy. I got a really lovely beat from Jenice. This quiet dude out there in Parsons that nobody even know about, and this guy making beat on the same standard as the beat you get online. Like, he's sick. And yeah, we first time working with him, and yeah, and of course coming out of lock off.
You know what, sir?
And that will be our thing. The soca monarch thing done close, but you know what the hell? It's Christmas. I remember growing up, people used to go Juve without being in a Juve troupe. So I'm just going release without being in soca, but I can just let people enjoy it still. Yeah.
I feel you, I feel you. Well, Chef Rich, I want to thank you for coming through.
Gotta talk off your ear.
It's not about me, it's about the fans. That is live from the merch shop. That's what we do here. We talk. This is the platform where artists, designers, popular figures can come and talk and yeah, and talk about your brand, talk about issues, the work. So I want to thank you again for coming through with the team and sharing your views and keep it up, keep it up.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm supporting the art. Yeah, the art, because I'm a lover of art as well. Design is a part of art, so I support the art 100%. So all the best, keep it up,
Thank you.
folks. There you had it. This is the man I2IC signing out. One love, peace.
Morning love, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it.